afternoon. My name is Nancy, and I am the CEO and co-founder of ENPLUG. At ENPLUG, we are building the first open platform for digital displays everywhere. We're the Chromecast for enterprise. With our plug-and-play device, you can turn any one-way communication screen, that means most of the commercial displays that you see in businesses, into an interactive social media display, or you can turn it into a digital menu board, or even a jukebox. For our software technology, we allow any of our clients to choose different apps from our app market. Third-party developers can even create apps to host for all the clients. And so that means fun apps like menu boards and Twitter feeds, Facebook, and Instagram photos. All of this is enabling our clients to analyze any of the traffic and interactions that they are having on our network. So our analytics platform shows them the number of interactions they have on the screen, and we allow them to manage all of the content on an online management platform where they can access it using an iPhone, iPad, or laptop. All of our clients pay based on a SaaS model. It's the Salesforce model, where they pay a monthly subscription starting at $149 per month per screen, and that's for an ad-supported screen, where we occasionally show advertising on the screen. Or they can choose the $299 per month model, where there's no ads and they have 100% of the screen dedicated to themselves, and they can monetize off the screen. We also have custom apps like special color themes that they can choose from, which starts at $49 per month. The advertising we make from our screen is all real-time bidding. It's like creating the Google AdWords for the physical world. Our customers include Uber, Lyft, Cathay Bank, American Express, where they can target specific screens in specific areas. Our clients range from commercial buildings to shopping malls, where they converted from their old software to using ours. You'll find it in hundreds of places in California alone. You'll find it in the Radisson Hotel, Rock Sushi Restaurant, and even Amoeba Music Record Store. We have a team of 35 full-time members based in Los Angeles and San Francisco. Our founders include the founders of Microsoft Azure, the top two most downloaded education apps designer, and a MIT dropout turned professional poker player. Since we started our product, selling it in December 2013, we've been doubling our clients every single month. We have 52,000 interactions every day on our network. We have 300 ENPLUG locations that are paying, and we have 0 customers out of turnover because it's a sticky product. Once you get in, they don't leave. Each of our locations that use the social media apps have experienced, on average, 500% increase in the number of social media. We're excited about ENPLUG because we believe the future of all digital media technologies in the physical world is powered by our software.
Great presentation. Judges, what do you think of this new advertising world?
Can you talk a little bit about your sales model? How many salespeople do you have?
We have 5 salespeople. And so what's really exciting about our sales model is that actually for the distribution channels, we use social media management companies that already work for restaurants. We also work with a construction company, for example, in Australia, that sell our product because they do construction for hotels and gyms. And then for all of the clients that we work with, they're large. For example, one client, they have 340 locations, and we've never even met with them. And we don't even have to ship any product to them. They can just use any of the existing media players, download our software, and immediately start using it. And so ViewSonic, one of the displays, later this year, you'll see their commercial displays actually already pre-installed with our software.
So what are your sales quotas per salesperson?
So one of our actually sales reps is in the audience. I think he just closed one. But I mean, for example, one of our salespeople, our top salesperson last month, and note that we just started selling our product, but she alone brought in nearly $50,000 in revenue just for April alone in new revenues.
What do you think is your longest term competitive advantage here?
It's a couple of things. First, it's our open platform, enabling any third-party developers to create apps for the entire network. The second is that all of our network is part of one central network. What you'll see right now is these one-off screens that do interesting things. But for us, we can actually put it in one network where we can see everything that's happening on all the different displays. In the future, what becomes really interesting is that advertising model. Right now, it's not so interesting, but in the future, because we have access to hundreds of thousands of displays, then it can literally, truly be the Google AdWords for the physical world.
What kind of, to that exact point, what kind of scale do you think you need before the advertising model makes sense?
Well, we actually we have real-time bidding. So for example, most recently, Uber outbid Lyft for ads in our bars. And so this model already is starting, and they pay per customer acquisition, and so we can actually demonstrate engagement with our network. And again, we have over 52,000 interactions with our network every single day.
So there were a lot of wipeouts in related areas like Ripple and Danu and things like that. Like, what would you say to someone like me who lost money?
Didn't have engagement, and Ripple TV, we actually talked to their CEO and founder, and their business model was 100% advertising. They didn't add any value to the venues. Venues pay us money because we're able to show compelling content on their screen. Yeah. So that monthly software subscription fee is already more than what Ripple and all the other companies were making per month on each screen. And so all the advertising dollars we make is just the cherry on top.
So if I'm a bar or something, how does the content that I want to show get developed? Do I have to provide you with the content?
You don't, actually. So it's all user-generated content for many of these applications. And so we know that these restaurants and even retail stores, they're not savvy in creating the designs. They just want to sell their product, and we help them do that. So all of these are existing apps, and if they wanted to, they could never touch the online management system, and the screen will always show compelling content. And they can say, I want the menu board app, or I just want social media showing on all the screens, and it's all automated.
And who curates the content?
And so they can choose specific hashtags to show up on the screen, and because lots of people like to swear, and we have sentiment analysis, so nothing negative shows up on the screen.
So is there a manual, is there some operator that actually reviews posts for
It's all
suitability?
automatic. There's 2 tiers, so they can either do software, and it's automatic. If you post something, it happens in a fraction of a second. It immediately shows up on the screen. But if you wanted to, if you're really conservative, you can have your social management team say nothing will show up on the screen unless it's manually approved. But 90% of our locations use the software.
Talk to me about what is the real sales accelerator here? What can help you go from 300 customers to 30,000 customers?
It's actually hiring more biz dev people to create partnerships that we've already created. So for example, we created a partnership with DHL, the CEO of DHL that managed DHL in Africa and in Eastern Europe. And so they just started a full-time team selling ENPLUG there because they already work with all these businesses that use digital displays. And so those are more the deals that we want to do. We did another one where it's a real estate company based in San Francisco where they have 50 commercial buildings, and we can install in all of these different buildings. It's primarily software, but is it like you have like a Chromecast kind of dongle? Or exactly, and we can use any kind of media player. We have one that we recommend, which is called Odroid, but they can download into any media player that they already use. And are these primarily screens that are already installed, or are they buying a screen to use you? It's about half and half. So many of our locations already have screens, and they sometimes they're very savvy, and they can just download it onto their media player, or we can just ship them a device, and they just plug it in, connect it to the internet, and it works. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Awesome.